Income inequality is outrageous in America. I had a conversation with a friend of mine and he told me he was thinking of cashing out $2 million from an investment that he has, and he is planning to buy a house in the south of Spain. Yeah, it's crazy. First of all, I don't know how much a house costs there, and second, the idea of cashing out of an investment at this level and buying something 90% of Americans can never do. Then I watched videos on YouTube and TikTok of ordinary people struggling to buy homes, pay rent and buy groceries and so on, and I am absolutely horrified by where we are going as a society. Income inequality at this level is going to damage this country for generations to come. For folks scared we will become a dystopia, it's already here. We are a dystopian hellscape now. If you must live with 6 people to afford an average apartment or house, that's crazy. There are folks on YouTube and TikTok and X waiting for the collapse of American society. You don't have to wait. We are here and the collapse is here. If you can't live on one paycheck and every member of your family must work to just live, that's a collapse. If you have people racking up more money in one lifetime that would take someone else 10 lifetimes, that's a collapse. That's not America functioning normally. That's not America functioning normally. Bro, that's America functioning exactly as planned. I know people who are working full-time and taking extra hours, and they are living in their car. It makes no sense. The Revenue Act of 1935 and the tax evasion loophole closing version of 1937 collected as much as 75% of the wealthiest Americans' income. This, coupled with unions and socialist programs like public works projects and Social Security, led to, wait for it, the nation pulling out of a time of disaster. Thank goodness no politicians are destroying unions, dismantling social programs, and cutting tax rates for the wealthy. That would just be silly. It's a serious issue. When I was a child, homeownership by the masses was touted as a way to ensure political stability by making sure that everyone had a stake in the functioning of American society and some basic assets. We see what has happened to that. When large segments of society have little or nothing invested in the system, no assets, no hope of continued improvement, they can sit back and watch it burn. It's terrifying. It's the main reason why I chose not to have kids. No way in hell am I going to try and raise kids in this fucked up unstable rock flying through space. I couldn't consciously bring that upon an innocent life who didn't ask to be born into this crazy world. There's been talk of how we must unite for ages. When the fuck's it gonna happen? I never see or hear anything about it. Protests, unions, strikes, etc. Nothing's changed. Nothing ever will change unless people get up and say, holy shit guys, we're stuck on this rock in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Why don't we actively advocate for a better society? The solution is such an easy fix, yet it's not getting done. Why? Because it's a nation of 50 divided nations pretending to be one. Spaniard here. Can you tell your greedy friend to stay away from our country so we can buy houses with our salaries instead of a person who clearly doesn't need it? Thanks. And to think, this guy is still 1000x poorer than a billionaire. Reminder, it's their country, not yours. It's their military, not yours. It's their government, not yours. America is land of, by, and for the rich. Why bother contributing and supporting the one economy in the world if you don't reap the benefits of it? Workers' rights and benefits are abysmal. Screw protesting and superheroes. We need Robin Hood hackers that will siphon that excess money from the billionaires and redistribute it to the masses. Same for the credit bureaus. The strong American middle class only lasted about 40 years. 1945, 1985. If you want to be generous 1995. Hardly a lifetime but long enough that people are alive who remember it and are rightfully pissed off now that we don't have a stable middle class. People will put up with a lot of shit from the rich as long as they can be stable. Take that away and it's an unsustainable system. It's why I occasionally try to convince my partner we should leave the country. It's bad here. I'm not sure we'd find work in our fields abroad. But at the same time so many other countries have their shit together better that we'd probably have a better quality of life as just cashiers or retail workers rather than the mid-range professionals we both are right now. Just wait until the next wave of crypto bros get rich. You're gonna see it everywhere. Dumb purchases lacking fiscal responsibility. It's strange how people think that a huge discrepancy is not going to affect them even if they are on the good end of the bargain. I mean, who really wants to live in a country where you need gated communities and possibly even private security to feel safe? I remember traveling in Brazil back in the 0010s and even my friends who weren't that rich had been kidnapped. Not to mention all the other crimes that increase. What can anyone do about inequality, if property is a natural right? The problem is that investments make more money than working. All the politicians who are telling you that hard work crap are doing shit. If someone invests $1 billion into a company but doesn't work there, the benefits of investing need to be way lower than what working at the company gets you. My friend is cashing out her signing bonus and leaving after 1 year at her new company. It's $500,000. That's just the bonus. Her salary was around $1 million and her new salary will be more. Her bonus alone is more than I'll make in the next 7 years. We're all in the same boat. Yeah, nah. I make minimum wage busting ass on my feet, out in the hot sun. You make $150K sitting on your ass working from home. So no, we are not all feeling it. Income is outrageously distributed on Earth. Even lower income America is wealthier than middle class in some nations. It's only neither group recognizes this. I think your friend might be lying to you. What does your friend do? I don't know how you can even have 6 roommates. Here there are occupancy limits. Raising taxes doesn't do much. Eliminating loopholes solves a ton. The US has one of the highest tax rates for the wealthy globally. But the effective tax rate is small. Foundation loophole is the worst. Help Bloomberg, Gates, Bezos avoid tax on their lifetime income. I dunno, man. I love watching it all collapse. The birth rate crisis that's coming is going to be a fucking show. I just hope I live until 2100 to see if scientists are right about the die-off. Investment comes from salary. Then you need to be a risk taker with your money and some luck. Some people just aren't wired that way. Income inequality comes first and foremost from salary. A shelf stocker should never make the same pay as a CPA. I'm going to get downvoted to hell. I'm so sick of these posts saying how bad America is. Especially when our borders are being slammed by people trying to get in. If it's so bad, why are so many people trying to get here? These posts are ridiculous already. Not just America. It's just where it's most apparent. Stop trying to single yourselves out like you're the only country with problems. Yeah, I definitely realize making $1,500 in California is not enough. I am only able to work my job because my husband is able to afford everything. I sit in meetings with people who make double what I make, and the complaining they do about people not wanting to work is laughable. I have no loyalty to my job. Yeah, it's pretty bad and so transparently on a path to collapse that even though I want kids and can afford them, I might just not, because they will be doomed to live in my basement until I die.